Hi fam, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Kay, and here in this safe space we talk about all things hustle. We talk about life, we talk about business, we talk about embroidery, entrepreneurship, sewing, and a vast array of other things. Sometimes we watch what's going on in my life during the day as I hustle along. We do crazy things with the dog, and you get to see my child and her nuttiness. We have a lot of fun around here. Today, I want to talk about something that has been sitting in my spirit for about a month now. I've been wanting to make this video and I just haven't had a chance to do it. So today's human moment and motivation is directed at all of you single mama entrepreneurs out there. I realize that not all of you are single moms, and I understand before I go into this that there is always this idea of competition between moms in society. This isn't about that. This isn't about that at all. You moms who are blessed enough to have partners, husbands, and whatnot, in some ways, yes, this will probably resonate with you, but ultimately I am talking to the single moms out there who are hustling along every day, trying to accomplish their dreams while being the sole provider and the parent trying to do the job of two. And in some cases, like me, I'm out here doing the job of three. One person doing the job of three people. It is tough to be a single parent. It's tough to be a single mom. And I'm singling out moms on purpose. One, I'm a mom. Two, the experience of motherhood is completely different from the experience of fatherhood. The experience of motherhood with a husband, boyfriend, partner is completely different from the experience of single motherhood, which is why, no shade to all of you moms out there who have someone by your side to go through this journey with you. I'm not axing you out, but I'm not necessarily including you in this conversation, but it's simply because your experience is different from our experience. But a lot of it still applies, because as moms, we all experience the mom guilt and the dreams that we have for our kids and the frustration and all of that. The only difference is when you're a single parent, you don't have someone to be by your side to help you get through those tough moments, which is why I'm not necessarily trying to shade you guys. I'm not trying to shade you guys at all. I'm just directing this at single moms because the experience is different. This is not a competition. So please don't leave me comments yelling at me because, oh, motherhood is the same, blah, 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 blah. We've all had these arguments. It's not a competition. It's just a a different experience. And I'm speaking to the single mom experience. You single moms out there who are dreaming the dream for your family are under a lot of pressure, stress, and strain. I know, because I am under a lot of stress and strain. A few weeks ago, I was under a lot of pressure, and I was extremely overwhelmed. Too many people had way too much to say about how I live my life, how I do things, and how I'm raising my child, which can be extremely frustrating. And it was a rough week. It was a rough week for me emotionally, because I put an extreme amount of pressure on myself as it is. Excuse me, as a perfectionist, one who's trying to recover from that. And as someone who strives to do her best and to be her best. And as far as motherhood is concerned, I am trying to be the absolute best mom that I could possibly be. I've said for many years, it makes no sense to adopt a kid just to screw them up. Her dad and I have made mistakes, and his passing was exceptionally difficult for her. And since then, it's solely been me, and I've made tons of mistakes. And I'm sure I'm going to make plenty more before she turns 18. But at the core of what I'm trying to do, I am trying to do my absolute best and be the absolute best parent that I can possibly be. But it's hard. It's hard as a single mom. It's hard as a single mompreneur. It is difficult for moms who are out working in quote unquote real jobs, and have husbands to tend to, plus their kids and their real jobs. It's tough for them too, but the main difference that I see, because I've lived both lives. I've lived the life, well, I've never lived the life of being a mom with a real job. Because by the time we had Harmony, I was already teaching, and that was my career. So I was already an entrepreneur. But I've lived the life of having a partner by my side to parent with. So I've lived both sides of that. I've lived that side, and now I'm living the life of the single mom. So I know the differences. I've experienced the differences. And the main difference that I see is that though both moms have extreme amount of pressure, because, you know, we just want the best for our kids, and we're trying to be the best moms that we can possibly be. The difference is single parents have all of the responsibility. If I don't make enough money to pay the bills, to pay for the car, to pay the rent and the mortgage, whatever, that whatever happens to us because of that, that responsibility is solely on me. Solely. No one else can be blamed but me, because her father isn't here. There was once a time when, yes, whatever went down, we both had to share the blame. But that is not the situation. It's all on me. So if I don't get up at 4:30 in the morning and go to Amazon and suck it up and drive around and work so hard to do that, and then come home and then spend all the time that I have trying to build these businesses, and still make sure that she's getting all her schoolwork done and she's being fully educated, and that, making sure she gets up to go to practice, and that she's feeding her dog, and she's taking her dog out, and all of those things, whatever the consequences are for me not doing that, it's on me. And that is a heavy weight to carry. So, like I'm sure most of you, or all of you, worry about those kind of things all the time. So that is the big difference between single moms and moms who have someone is, it is comforting to know that when you're with someone and parenting with someone, the responsibility of everything is not solely on you. There is someone else who shares that responsibility, and that lifts the weight a little bit. So in saying that, I just want to say to all of you single moms out there, you're not alone. I get it. You're not alone. It feels that way a lot of the time, I'm sure, because I know it does for me. But I just want to say that you're not alone. I get it. We all feel it. And you're doing a fabulous job. Just know that you are doing the right thing. One of the things that I hear all the time, because I have not worked a traditional real job since I was like 24. I have been teaching and performing for decades. So I have solely had to depend on my ability to get work, my ability to maintain students, my ability to win performing gigs and auditions, my ability now to market my businesses so that I can sell more product, get more students, all of that. This has been my life for decades. And I've had some great successes. And even having those great successes, I've still had the people around me looking at me sideways because I'm not living a traditional life. I'm not living a normal life. I'm not normal. I'm a performer. And the mundane, normal life is not a place that I'm comfortable in. I'm the crazy nut who dances in the store. I've done it since I was a child. Music's on, I'm dancing. A familiar song is playing, I'm in the aisles at the grocery store singing my heart out. This is who I am. This is what I do. I learned after many, many years of working for other people that I am most happy working for myself. And after I turned 40, I made the decision that I was going to focus and concentrate on making sure that I am working on my happiness. That makes people uncomfortable, extremely uncomfortable. And I'm sure, like me, a lot of you have people around you who are constantly talking crap because you're trying to build this business that makes no sense to them, because ultimately they don't have the guts to try to go out and do what we do. Bump all that. Keep going the course. You are doing the right thing. You are teaching your kids to strive high, to go for what they want, to go for the goal, to be determined, to be disciplined, and to love on yourself. Another thing that I thought about, speaking of loving on yourself, we spend a lot of time as single moms focusing on our kids. Everything we do is for our kids. Everything we do is for our kids. Listen, everything I do is for Harmony. Everything. But what I'm starting to think about and realize, and I want to pass this on to all of you, Harmony's 15. She's got like 3 more years to be 18 years old. And I mean, she may not move out of my house at 18, but at 18, she's an adult legally. She will go off and live her adult path. She will no longer be my responsibility, in the sense of I won't be responsible for making sure she gets up every day to go to practice. I won't be responsible for having to remind her constantly to feed her dog and take her dog out, or to go to her job, or to do her schoolwork, or whatever. That's no longer my responsibility. She's an adult, and I have to let her be the adult and make her own decisions and make her own mistakes. So with that being said, what the hell am I going to do in 3 years? If she's no longer my sole purpose in life, what am I going to do? We put a lot of energy and time and thought into raising our kids and making them number one, but we don't think about the fact that they're gonna leave someday, and we need to have something to do, because our main focus cannot be them at that point. It needs to be us. So I say that to say, while you are telling yourself constantly, I'm doing this for my kids, I'm doing this for my kids, I'm doing this for my kids, try to also tell yourself, I'm doing this for me. This is what brings me joy. This is what makes me happy. And when my kids are gone, this will be the life that sustains me. I've been dancing since I was conceived. I don't see myself ever stopping. I see myself old and gray, still yelling at kids, point your damn toes. I will dance until my legs fall off. I will dance myself into the grave. I will sew and embroider and create until I can't see. I plan to see for the rest of my life. So we need to remind ourselves, we're not just building these businesses for ourselves or for our kids. We're building these businesses for ourselves. We need something to call our own when our kids are gone. My conservatory, I plan to pass it on to the girls, or at least to Serenity. I don't know if Harmony is going to want the conservatory because she's not dancing anymore. That's not her thing, but it's Serenity's. That is the legacy I will be passing on to her. However, this creative side of things, Harmony may want someday. For me, I have to remind myself constantly, and I'm now trying to remind you too, that single parenthood is hard. It is hard, but all the fighting, all the yelling and screaming, all the tears, and the arguments you have with your kids, all of that is a phase. It is going to pass, and then you're going to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Believe it or not, through all that yelling and screaming, they are listening. They are learning. They're just stubborn as hell. At least I know my kid is. But it's there. And you just have to get through those rough patches, and there are many. For some of you, your kids are still little. Mine is not. I've been through this many times. I've helped raise a bunch of nieces and nephews, and now I have my own. These moments will pass, and you will look up, and you will see that all of that you were bitching and complaining about, they will wake up one day and they will get it. And things will be calm again. So hold your heads up, moms. out there. You're doing great. If you are going through a rough patch right now, it will not last forever. Just remind yourself, this too shall pass. And when it does, oh, the sigh of relief. That rough week for me was a rough week in my house. And surprisingly enough, after a major blowout, a lot of conversation, and some intervention from someone who loves us both, I looked up in a few days and it all seemed to have clicked. And I was like, holy crap, the kid got it. I am doing okay. I am doing okay. You got this, moms. Keep pushing, keep loving, keep praying, keep breathing. You are doing okay. It will not last forever. Keep working hard and striving. You can be a great single mom. In my case, a great homeschool mom. I know a lot of you are homeschool moms out there. And a great entrepreneur, all at the same time. You're going to fall short in some areas because you are one person doing the job of 3 or 4 people. And that's okay. It's okay. You get done what you can get done in those areas where you're striving and thriving. And when you get a moment, when you've got some success in one area, go back to that area that you're falling short and catch up. That's all we can do. But it can be done. You're doing okay. You're gonna be fine. Your kids are amazing. You are a great mom and a great mompreneur. Remind yourself that every day. Okay, guys, I have to go. I have more designs I have to do. The kid is supposed to be downstairs washing the dishes, but I hear her talking, which means she's on that darn cell phone talking to her little friends. So I need to go be the good single mama that I am and go downstairs and make sure she does her chores. So I will talk to you guys all later. You are the best. Much love to you all. I will see you soon. Peace.